Welcome back, guys. We are continuing on with this F1 Manager 23 Making Williams Great Again campaign, and I apologise about the previous episode being cut short. Unfortunately, after I paused it and then unpaused it, it corrupted the rest of the file. So everything that happened after unpausing it just did not record for whatever reason. Hopefully it was a one-off and it's not going to happen again. But it's the first time that's ever happened to me using OBS Studio, so I'm not 100% sure why it happened. But basically, it was a very good end to the race, which is quite unfortunate that it didn't record. I managed to overtake Norris on the final lap with Zhou. So we managed to overtake Norris on the final lap, and we got 14th position with Zhou, which is an absolutely fantastic result for our Williams driver. Unfortunately, Albon spun, and so he dropped a couple of positions, but I don't think he would have been able to keep pace with Bottas anyway, so I think really it only cost him one position, so he probably should have finished 17th, but his spin cost him, so he actually finished 18th. But with hindsight, it looked like a one stop was not a good idea for Bahrain. So in our future races at Bahrain, we're going to stick to 2 stops. I think going for a 1 stop over a 2 stop only really works on racetracks that are difficult to overtake on, so street circuits like Monaco or Singapore, possibly Hawaii. Not Hawaii. What's the damn place called? The Florida one. Miami. I always get Hawaii and Miami mixed up. But anyway, let's carry on. And hopefully we won't have any recording issues in this next episode. So here we've got our car part inspection. So basically, after every race, all of your aerodynamic car parts get inspected to see if they're passable. If they're not, you have to replace them. So one thing you can do when designing car parts, I'm not actually going to do it, but I will demonstrate it. So if you design a car part, you can change this lifespan. So if you reduce the lifespan, then it drastically improves the performance of the part. But it means that the part doesn't last for very long at all, so you end up spending tons of money just for a little bit of extra performance. Now you can obviously do the opposite and increase the lifespan of the part, but it means that it will severely impact the performance of the car. Now, I'm not actually going to be spending any money on manufacturing at the moment, but if you were going to be manufacturing parts and you really want to save your money for facilities, then I recommend increasing the lifespan. Otherwise, you're going to end up spending multiple millions just for a little bit of extra performance. And then multiple millions would be better off spent improving your facilities, which will give you a better long-term advantage. So really, you want to plan for the long term, not the short term. But for now, we're not going to be developing any parts whatsoever. What we are going to be doing is spending our money on upgrading our facilities. Okay, I think that is everything that we need to do for the time being. we've got a sponsor obligation. Albon's asking to skip a sponsor obligation. Okay. If we deny, it ruins his morale for 20 days. If we approve, then we'll lose a load of money. That's pretty rough, that is. I'm gonna have to deny him. Money is more important than your feelings right now, Albon. Sorry. So that's an interesting event that we got there. Right then. So we're not going to bother with any performance targets. So let's just jump straight into the race.
We're here in Jeddah, where the tension is boiling as we head into the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. The circuit at Jeddah, spread along streets that run next to the Red Sea, is one of Formula One's highest speed tracks. It's a test of skill from start to finish, with cars just millimetres from the walls. Jeddah Corniche circuit is hot and high powered, demanding speed for the straights and a high grip level through corners that are tight to the barriers. Starting tyre choices will be crucial here, with teams ever mindful of opportunities that a safety car could give. In the last round, Max Verstappen flew to victory, the Dutchman proving that he can be absolutely unstoppable when he's in such fine form. Let's get this underway.
Okay. Right, well, I'll sort out all of the practice and qualifying, and then I will see you at race preparation. So I'll see you shortly. Okay, well, qualifying is done, and we've had a tremendous qualifying session. Albon has qualified in 9th, and Zhou has qualified in 14th, which is quite astounding, to be completely honest with you. I don't know how he's managed that. Right, before I carry on, let me just check my OBS is still recording. Yeah, apparently it is. That's good. Okay, let's sort out our race strategies. So, it looks like... Let's have a look, see if we change this down to a medium. But it looks like soft medium is the way forward. We don't have much tyre to play with though, so if the drivers make some mistakes, if they lock up, or for whatever other reason they use a bit of tyre, then we are pushing it a little bit, but 8 seconds extra is quite a significant amount. So he is pitting on lap 21. I mean, to be fair, 9th and 14th are probably not going to clash. So we could have him pitting on lap 21 as well. We can always change it mid-race. Okay, let's start them off aggressive, and then after a couple of laps we can cool them off a little bit. And I think that is everything ready. So in the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix, overtaking is very difficult. So the undercut is pretty important, but at the same time, if you undercut too early, you can get stuck behind slow cars. So it's a very, very fine line as to when is the best time to pit.
The drivers are lined up on the grid here at the Jeddah Corniche circuit.
So let's just
We're now moments away
see how
from
the race
this,
pans out.
the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. And it's lights out, and away we go.
Well, Albon has actually managed to get up into 8th position, which is pretty damn impressive, overtaking Hamilton on the first couple of corners. See how long I can stay there for. So there is a new camera type in this game, so let's take an onboard view. It's a little bit too aggressive for my liking. Kind of makes you a little bit motion sick. So I won't be in this view very often, but we may as well take a little look for a short while, seeing as it's new. So Hamilton has re-overtaken us, but he's got a much faster car than we have, so we can't really expect to stay
keep pushing.
this high up. Yeah, it's a little bit too aggressive on my eyes, this view is. It's nice to check it out, but I think I prefer just the plane just above the driver view. Okay, so we're not going to be able to stay in DRS. Practically all of our battery, and we don't really want to use too much more fuel.
Currently low on pack. Stay firm on DRS.
I mean, we are very close to getting inside DRS.
Currently P9.
Might carry on
Hamilton
just
ahead.
for a short while.
And Ocon behind.
Unfortunately, Zhou didn't manage to get any overtakes done, which is pretty sad. So we can put him back down to balanced.
Would like to increase a bit the light everywhere.
Copy.
I might put Zhou on top up just to see if we can gradually
Copy.
build his battery back up again. But with Albon, I'm just going to see if I can remain in DRS it's going to be a challenge. Just outside at the moment. I managed to get it, but Hamilton's also got it off Stroll. So it's highly unlikely I'm going to be able to get it again on the next DRS section. Unfortunately, we've also lost a position to Gasly. But at least we'll be able to get DRS off Gasly, hopefully.
Keep pushing, keep pushing.
So let's just go unbalanced.
DRS.
Copy.
See if we can remain behind Gasly.
Seriously stuck.
Head down, mate.
Let's increase lift and coast.
So it's going to be a long race of just sitting in this position, I reckon. Unfortunately, Gasly's extending the distance, but we haven't got the fuel to be able to try and stay within DRS. Oh, it's Ocon, sorry, or Ocon. Not Gasly. Gasly's just behind me. But really, we are not in the correct position compared to what our car is capable of. So I think trying to remain in this position is probably not a decent strategy. So I reckon we're just going to constantly get overtaken by the faster cars. But that's fine.
No point even trying to defend these positions.
You are absolutely right, Albon. There is no point. So I reckon we just increase the speed, because there's not really much we can do tactically at the moment. Nice if we could stay within DRS of Gasly though. Maybe I should burn a bit of fuel. We're actually remaining within DRS without burning any fuel.
What are we thinking about tyres here?
How's the tire temperature?
Well, they're complaining about tyre temperature, but I'm not even pushing on the tyres. So there's absolutely nothing I can do. I mean, I could go on light, but I'd just get overtaken if I did that. So they're just going to have to persevere with the tyre temps, I'm afraid.
See you later.
Keep their head down.
I reckon Zhou might be able to get an overtake done on Tsunoda. I don't know whether it's worth it, because at the moment I'm getting a nice toe off him. We are remaining in DRS of Gasly, which is nice. This might be a terrible idea, but I might try and harvest.
Let's try and build this pack up.
Copy, yes.
This might be a terrible
Recharge the
idea.
pack.
Copy.
Let's just keep an eye on them. See if they can remain within DRS while harvesting. He's falling out of DRS here. So he's managed to get it there. And he's going to manage to get it here. But it is definitely a risk. I think really, to reduce the risk, I should only harvest during the DRS sections. Well, that's quite a lot of micromanagement. Show seems to be doing fine. So like at the end of this straight, take the harvest off. Zhou's actually managed to overtake Sonoda temporarily.
Battery is good.
Okay, he's back up to full. That's good. So let's conserve some fuel with him.
And leave core increased, please.
Copy.
Yeah, we are still falling quite far behind, even without harvesting.
We've got a yellow flag here.
Ooh, Alonso's out.
So
Got a
VSC
virtual safety car.
close on the delta.
Okay.
So what we're gonna do here?
Big crash, watch out. There's probably a lot of debris on the start finish.
Is he okay?
Oh, good.
Should I try to push and break the Sonoda toe? Is it worth it? I really don't think it is. Not sure. Right, well, with Albon, I'm going to push with the fuel.
Start reducing lift at coast.
Okay, copy.
Just going to have to wait for the safety car to
VSC
end.
endings.
Okay.
DRS enabled.
Okay, so DRS is enabled. We are within DRS at the moment. No point in conserving.
We look at reducing
Okay,
the
let's see if we
lift and
can
Copy.
break out of Sonoda's
core. Reduce
grip.
light overall.
Copy.
Use the rest.
Copy.
There's no point in trying to overtake Gasly, I don't think. Okay, so Zhou has overtaken Tsunoda, so let's see if we can break the DRS toe from him. Really not sure what to do here with Gasly. Because if I overtake him, I'm pretty sure I'm just going to get re-overtaken. And all I'm going to be doing is damaging my tyres. And because I'm on such a tight
Yes.
margin with the tyres, I don't think it's worth fighting. I think I may as well just sit here. So let's check on Zhou. I haven't managed to break the toe, unfortunately. It is close. I'm 0.9 ahead of him. But he has now got the DRS, which is going to close that gap. Let's see how close he is after this straight. We're so close to breaking the toe. 0.8, 0.7. So potentially after this lap I'll be able to break the toe. But then once I stop using the battery,
Yeah.
he might just gradually come back
Good on
inside.
temps.
Copy.
At the moment I'm 1.1 seconds ahead of him. So I'm 1.3 seconds ahead. So I've broken the toe for now. So he's not going to get DRS on this lap. But I've now run out of battery. Still got 1.6 kilograms of fuel though. So I'll still be able to push on the fuel for another
Copy.
5 or 10 laps.
As soon as I try to race anyone, I just have no shot.
Keep pushing.
Right, so Zhou has got the job done for now. So now I need to decide whether to do the same thing with Albon. So I'm going to be pitting in approximately 6 laps. So maybe I should try to overtake him just before I pit, and then hopefully I can pit in front of him and then keep the position. It's a bit of a risk. But Zhou is now comfortably ahead of Tsunoda, which is great news. So let's jump back on board with Albon. So let's give it 3 or 4 more laps and then I might try and overtake Gasly. He's actually trying to overtake him now, but I don't really want to overtake him until I'm just about to pit. I mean, I'm not fussed if I do overtake him.
Yeah, I'm trying.
Keep pushing. Keep
I
pushing.
don't want to burn any resources until then. So let's just advance time for probably another 2 laps. Oh dear, Hulkenberg's just overtaken me. Hulkenberg's overtaking Gasly as well. Where's he just come from? Where on earth did Hulkenberg just come from? Overtaking 2 of us in a row.
The window is open.
Unfortunately,
Yep, copy.
that now means that Gasly's going to be getting a DRS tow off Hulkenberg. So that's just really shafted me, that has, that Hulkenberg overtake. That's not ideal at all. So I think that's made my mind up for me that it's not a good idea to try and overtake Gasly unless Hulkenberg opens up a gap, which it looks like he is doing. Let's keep an eye on this situation with Gasly. I've actually got Magnussen right behind me as well. I really don't want Magnussen to overtake me. And yeah, there's a big gap between Gasly and Hulkenberg now, so it's definitely worth trying to overtake now. So I'm not going to do it on this lap. I'll wait until next lap. So when we get to a roundabout here on the next lap, that's when I'm going to engage the battery and the fuel. I don't think he'll be able to get the job done here. Oh, Magnussen is really pressuring me, so I'm going to have to do it now. Unfortunately, he's managed to overtake me. That's pretty bad news.
Yeah.
That's really bad news. So I just left it 1 lap too late, I think. I could try and get them on the undercut instead. Right, let's burn the tyres and then
You can close up.
pit on the next lap. Come on. Nah, Gasly's got the DRS off Magnussen now. Damn it. Yeah, that did not go well, unfortunately. Well, Gasly hasn't got DRS off Magnussen now. So I should be able to overtake him here. And then if I can overtake him, I can then pit on the next lap. And then I should remain in front of him. Don't know how long for. Just don't crash. Right, so on this straight is where I'm hoping to overtake. Fortunately, I've run out of battery at a terrible time, but it looks like I'm going to get the overtake done anyway. And then it's time to come into pit.
So box this lap.
Yes, okay, box.
And then Zhou is 7 seconds behind, so he's perfectly fine to pit on the same lap.
And box.
Copy, box.
You go push.
Copy.
So yeah, I think this is working out quite nicely. So we haven't managed to break the toe from Gasly, but we're pitting this lap anyway, so it's not a big deal. Okay, let's turn the tyres
Okay, back off.
back down.
Box.
Copy.
Fill Billy.
Hopefully Albon doesn't
Copy.
have a mistake during the pits. Looks like a solid pit stop. Perfect timing.
Watch your white line on exit.
Come on, release. Why did it take him so long to release?
Then clear on pit exit, watch the white line. Clear on pit exit, watch the white line.
Well, it took him an eternity to get released then.
Manage tires.
Copy.
No idea why it just took an extra 10 seconds or whatever it was. 5 seconds to get released. That must have been a pit stop mistake with the jack release. That's the only explanation. Right, so we're in 13th and 14th. Let's have a look to see. Norris hasn't pitted yet, and Hulkenberg and Magnussen. So let's see if we can overtake. We'll overtake Norris, but it'd be nice if we could get the jump on Hulkenberg and Magnussen. How did Gasly manage to overtake me in the pits? How did that happen? Not only did he overtake me, but he gained like 3 seconds or something. So it looks like I had a bad jack release from both Albon and from Zhou. Oh dear, all that hard work for absolutely nothing. All because of the pit crews. That was really, really unfortunate. Really unfortunate. Well, I'm just going to carry on pushing on the fuel anyway. Just until Norris, Hulkenberg and Magnussen have pitted. And then I'll conserve a bit of fuel after that. Because at the moment I just really want the undercut. And it'd be nice if I could get back within DRS of Gasly. Norris might help me, giving me a tow. Let's see if it works out. Yeah, so far the drivers have performed fantastically and they were let down by the pit crew. If Norris doesn't pit this lap, I'm going to really need to overtake him so Gasly doesn't build up too much of a gap. We're just coming into DRS range, just at the right time. Should I burn some tyre?
Close the gap.
Doesn't look like he's going to be able to get the overtake done. Be nice if he could get the overtake done before the DRS section. Let's have a look at Norris's tyres. 49%, so he's still got a little bit of tyre left. But I'm losing a lot of time stuck behind Norris at the moment. Don't really want to overtake him
As soon as I try to race anyone, I just have no shot.
until we get to the end of
Okay,
this.
keep pushing.
I don't want to overtake him yet. I should really chill out on the tyres. Yeah, bad timing. Now I'm not going to get the DRS here, so he's likely to re-overtake me. Let's hope we can stay ahead of him. It's going to be tight. Nice, we stayed ahead. Okay, we can chill out on the tyres now.
You can afford to drop back.
Yeah.
Okay, so Hulkenberg has now pitted, so we managed to get the undercut on Hulkenberg. So now it's Magnussen that we need to get the undercut on. once we've got the undercut on Magnussen, we can then calm down on the fuel consumption. Right, we're 3.5 seconds behind Gasly. Am I going to be able to catch up with him? Let's have a look, see what his last lap time was. So we were 0.8 seconds faster than him on the last lap. So let's see what it is on the next lap. Unfortunately, Hulkenberg is quickly catching up to Zhou. He was 0.5 of a second faster than Zhou. So it's quite likely that Hulkenberg is going to overtake Zhou. Right, so Gasly is currently 134.9. Let's see what he gets on this lap. At 134.1. So he's... Yeah, we're still almost 8 tenths quicker than him. So we're catching him quite fast. But apparently, we're still 3.7 seconds behind him. I don't know how that works out. Well, let's just carry on pushing. Oh, sorry, my bad. I've dropped down to 134.0, not 133.0. So we weren't 8 tenths faster than him. We were actually 2 tenths slower. Didn't realise it was 134. Right, so yeah, it doesn't look like we're going to catch Gasly. But that's fine. We're in 11th position at the moment, which is pretty insane. So let's have a look. Magnussen is still not pitted. Norris is still not pitted. Verstappen hasn't pitted yet. Hulkenberg is almost a second a lap faster than Zhou. And I'm pushing on the fuel. So we've basically got no hope of keeping Hulkenberg behind us. And we're going to have to do some serious fuel conserving. So let's stop pushing with Albon for now.
Yeah.
Let's keep an eye on Basically, as soon as Hulkenberg overtakes me, I want to stop pushing. Okay, so Magnussen's in the pits. Let's see where he comes out. So he's come out behind Albon, but obviously he's got much fresher tyres. And he's on softs. So he's probably going to catch up and overtake Albon pretty quickly. Hulkenberg is almost within DRS of me. Okay, so now he's within DRS. There's no point in pushing any longer. So at the end of this straight, yeah, Hulkenberg's overtaken me. Right, okay. So at the start of the DRS section, I'm going to start conserving. If I can stay within DRS. He's actually got Norris right in front of him. Hopefully that's going to slow him down. With Norris not pitted yet. Unfortunately, he overtook Norris rather easily. Is Norris going to pit now? No, he's not. Okay. So let's just carry on conserving. I'll definitely be able to keep the DRS on Norris. So I'm just using Norris as a tow at the moment, just while I'm building up the fuel that I've been burning. So I've overtaken him, but he should re-overtake me. He's actually gone in the pits. Okay. I'm 1.4 seconds behind Hulkenberg, so it's pretty unlikely that we're going to catch up to Hulkenberg. So I'm just going to carry on conserving my fuel. I'm not going to conserve any fuel with Albon until Magnussen overtakes me. He is getting very close to overtaking me now though. Okay, so he's overtaken me. So I can conserve now. Because I've got the DRS on him. I'll stop conserving at the end of this straight. And then I'll conserve again when we get to the next DRS section. Then again, looks like he's flying away from me. Yeah, he's already broken the toe. Unfortunately. Hulkenberg is 9.5 seconds behind me. But with 15 laps to go, I should get this 0.5 back. without actually having to conserve. So I'm just going to leave everything as it is for now. Red flag?
That's a red flag, red flag.
Wonder what happened. Oh dear. Well, something happened to a McLaren,
And look at the team there. They all...
and the Ferrari couldn't avoid him. Right, well, I don't know whether this is good or bad. I think this is bad. I think this is bad for us, because we were in a really comfortable position to finish 11th and 13th there. Now we're going to be under threat, so we need to put soft tyres on and go all out attack. But yeah, this is going to put us in danger of getting knocked out of the race, because there's going to be a lot of aggressive manoeuvres going on.
Here we go once more. The
Let's
track
hope
is
we
ready,
don't
and
get
so are the
involved in an
drivers.
accident.
And it's lights out. And away we go.
Push the closest gap.
Yeah.
Reduce line go.
Copy.
Okay, let's see what happens.
Copy.
Okay.
Well, Joe has managed to overtake Hulkenberg.
Gonna try my best.
Yep, you are doing good. It's looking close. Albon has got the overtake done on Magnussen. Can he keep the position? He looks
Nice.
like he's going for Ocon as well. Look at
This
this.
is good.
Look at this. This is tight. This is. Well, Albon's gained 3 positions, or 2 positions. Joe is
Good push, this is
fighting.
good.
Unfortunately,
Come down.
Joe couldn't quite manage to keep hold of the position that he took
I got the slippery speed stuck.
from Magnussen.
Head down.
So it looks like things are going to settle down into the order that they're in at the moment. Oh, that is tight. That is. This is really risky. This is. I don't know whether it's worth. Oh, this is so risky. He's going for it. He is going for it. He's managed to get the position on
Keep doing what you're
Magnussen.
doing.
There's a chance we might be able to get some points here. Just don't crash. This is really risky. I should calm down on the pace. But while I've got electrical energy being deployed, I just want to see if I can make the most of it.
You can't spot you over there.
Head down.
Oh, he's trying his best. He is trying his best. Has he got it? Oh, it's tight.
So, DRS.
It's
copy.
so tight.
Yeah, we're back on low on back again.
Copy.
Is he going to keep hold of it? No. No, it doesn't look like it. Right, the electrical energy is almost burnt. As soon as it's burnt, I'll calm down on the tyres. I think it's time to calm down on the tyres. Yeah, time to calm down.
Okay, happy to manage tyres short term.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see if we can finish the race in 8th and 10th. It's highly unlikely because we've got no electrical energy left. There's nothing we can do in terms of strategy, so let's just advance the time. Yeah, Albon's lost a position to Ocon, but it was pretty much guaranteed that was going to happen. Zhou has overtaken Albon, Magnussen's overtaken us both. But there's nothing really we can do. We can't burn the tyres anymore. There's nothing we can do other than just fast forward and hope for the best. Zhou has dropped behind Hulkenberg now, and so's Albon. It was unfortunate, but there wasn't really much we can do. Fighting with cars that are faster than us, I think we did incredibly well. If we can finish the race in 11th and 12th, I'll be very happy with that.
Max Verstappen over the finish line and today's winner.
So yeah, it's a shame we didn't score any points, but to be fair, I think 11th and 12th is about as good as we could have hoped for.
Okay, checker flag P14. That's P11.
Really solid job there, mate.
And we didn't have any accidents,
You guys did it when it counts. Thank you.
so no cost to manufacturing again.
Well, we've lots to talk about today. For the moment, though,
Yeah, I'm rather happy with that result. Rather happy with it. Interesting. The McLarens got the fastest pit stops. Usually it's the Red Bulls. Yeah, I'll take it. That'll do. It would have been lovely to be able to see how many overtakes and successful defends we've got. Oh, in a minute. You can. Interesting. So it does tell you your overtakes and defends. It just doesn't tell you how much experience you get from them. But at least you can still see them. So 8 successful overtakes and 18 successful defences. 8 and 7. Very nice. And that was Jeddah. So another very successful race. I hope you enjoyed it. Join me again in the next one, where we will be at Albert Park. So cheers for watching, take care, I shall see you soon.